Hey everybody, this is Michael Jake from localmentor.com. I just happened to show up for an appointment here a little early, meeting one of my mentoring students at a house he's got under contract. It's a bank REO property, and he's due to close. And since I got a little extra time here, I thought I'd shoot a quick video for you guys. And you know, usually if I'm between appointments and I've got a couple of minutes to spare, I'm still going to do something I did when I got started, and that's called driving for dollars. I'm just going to kind of go up and down, looking through some of these side streets, looking for ugly vacant junkers. And you know, one factor, I mean, especially here in Colorado and in a lot of parts of the country, in the winter we get a lot of snow. And now, unfortunately, this house would be a good example had the real estate agent not come by here and picked up the sign. So let me just show you real quick what we're looking at here. If we were driving along here, one thing we might notice is after a snow, if there's no tire tracks in the driveway, that's a good indication that that a house might be empty. Another factor, and we don't have any handbills on here, which, you know, being a bank-owned property, usually those get taken off when the realtors come through here. But you know, we've got no curtains or window treatments in the front window there. You know, this is hard to really call it a junker, but you know, you got a door laying there on the front porch. That's kind of a bit of an indicator. But you know, this would kind of stick out just from a couple of factors, namely the snow. A couple days after a snowstorm, if you still don't have any tire tracks in the yard, that's a good sign. So let's, I'm going to put it on hold, and I'm just going to kind of drive up down the street, and I'll show you a little bit. I'm going to try to hold this and not kill myself. So we just, literally, when I got started, my wife and I, we would just literally drive up and down these streets. I'd take the left side because I was usually driving, and she would take the right side, and we would just basically look at all the houses that we drive by and just look for the signs. And again, lots of handbills on the door. Now look at the yard right here. Oh no, this is a catch. Okay, I'm gonna pull over here. Now this, I mean, we've got curtains on here, but look at this yard. It's all overgrown. Okay, we've got some window treatments here. Let's see. I mean, somebody might be living in there, but we've got some tire tracks. The garage door actually looks new. Roof looks good, but when you got a yard like that, I would almost guarantee you that's a tenant-owned house. And sometimes just taking a quick picture of what the property looks like on one of these little digital cameras that I'm using to take this video, and just plopping that on a postcard and sending it to the owner can sometimes get a motivated seller to call you, because they might not know what the condition of the property is or how it's being taken care of. Now I'm going to kind of shudder because I know I've got a house on this street, and I'm hoping I don't see it as, oh no, there, I think that's the one I own right there. It looks pretty decent. Yard's not too great, but 'tis the season. It's going to be dead anyway. All right, this is, you know, it's a little more decent area, so I'm not seeing a lot of, I guess, ugly ones here. You know, a really good neighborhood is probably going to be a couple of notches down from here, to where when you're driving, probably 2 out of 10 to 4 out of 10 of the houses have physical signs of, you know, deferred maintenance. I'll use I guess a more polite terminology. So if you can see physical signs like, you know, peeling paint, gutters falling off, you know, a beat up roof, you know, a really overgrown lawn is a really good thing to look for. Let's see. Well, darn, I don't think we've got a good neighborhood here, but I mean, I think this is a great bank-owned property that my student found, because you want a good property, or you want the worst property in a good area. And here we don't have a lot of junkers. I mean, like, I'm gonna get picky here. This one's got a little bit of a crack in the front stoop, and it's got a little bit of the trim paint is rough, but hard to call that a junker by any stretch of the means. So, well, I wish I could give you a little bit more excitement, but we did get one good one there with the tall weeds. Often, you know, we call them handbills, but when you see a lot of stuff newspapers or coupons, stuff like that stuck in the screen door or stuck on the front door, that's another good indication that you've got an empty house. And whether it's ugly or pretty, if it's empty, usually that situation alone can create some motivation on the part of the owner. Whether I'm buying a junker that I'm looking to wholesale, or whether I'm buying something, ideally to take over a loan or buy it subject to the existing financing or lease option. However, a vacant house is usually the cause for a really good deal. And if you've got an occupied with a tenant, there's not a whole lot of motivation for the seller to want to call you. But whether the house is nice or not, if they're making 2 mortgage payments, that is reason enough that sometimes you'll put a deal together. In fact, out of 300 and something, close to 400 subject to transactions I've done, the commonality is it's a vacant house. And I believe only 2 I've actually caught up back payments. So these aren't situations where they've got to be in a real knocking on foreclosure door. I mean, like I've said, most of the hundreds of transactions I've done have not been in foreclosure and have not been behind. They just wanted to protect their credit before they did get in trouble. So here's one that's got a little bit of, it's hard to tell in the video, but the paint's pretty rough and it's starting to peel. That's a good indication. Not a lot of good targets here, though. I hate to say. I'll have to do another video for you guys in a better neighborhood. But I just happened to be in the area, and I thought I'd shoot a quick video for you. So again, this is Michael Jake with localmentor.com. Enjoy. All right, well, we didn't have so much luck going around the neighborhood finding, so I thought I'd plug in some pictures here from previous trips of driving around, and a couple of these are houses I've actually bought and flipped. So here's some better images of what you're actually looking for while driving for dollars. Here's a rough-looking roof, pretty easy to spot. Siding overgrown, trees and shrubs. But there's some serious overgrown evergreens in the yard. And again, a lot of just overgrown weeds and signs of neglect to the property.